Mark, on that point. So you've spent about 5 minutes on the process and attacking Nancy Pelosi. Let's get to the substance. You said
I could spend a year on it, my friend.
I know you can. Here's my question, very simply. You say that Nancy Pelosi's been lawless. The Democrats say the president is lawless, and they hold up this transcript. So let's get at the substance of their charge and whether or not something went wrong in the Oval Office. Go for it.
Well, you know, Ed, I've been watching you and a lot of reporters, and you haven't once asked for the identity of the so-called whistleblower. Why is that?
I want to know the identity.
I want to know the identity. Well, who's asking for it?
I've pointed out several times, Mark, that it's secondhand information. And so we'll find out who it is.
That's not the same thing, Ed. It's not the same thing as saying, let me do it this way. I'm an American citizen. If this CIA operative is going to be the guy that brings down my president, I want to know all about him. I want to know what kind of dogs they have, how many marriages they've had, if they have a DUI. I want to know if they're a partisan. I want to know everything, like they do with everybody else, the media. I want to know, this guy should be cross-examined. What kind of a situation is this? We're going to bring down a president of the United States, and the Democrats are telling us we can't identify this guy because his life might be in danger? And then everybody swings around his memo like it's the Bible. I have a lot of questions about his memo. I don't need press people interpreting it for me. I can read it myself. I want to question this person about his memo. And as you've been told, everybody now for the last 2 days, why is it that the CIA changed its whistleblower policy in August, when this letter is dated August 12th? Under the former policy before August, under the former policy, he's not a whistleblower. This isn't a whistleblower complaint, and nothing's sent to the United States Congress. How did that happen like this?
Those are all fair questions. So let's get to the point then. What happened in the Oval Office on that call? Was it illegal or not?
Well, we know it's not illegal. What crime was violated? Can you name one?
I'm not naming them. I'm saying others have suggested.
Nobody's naming them.
But no.
Instead, we have hold on, Ed.
It's not about me.
It's not illegal. The question is whether Biden did something illegal. The president didn't do anything illegal. You know how I know? Because Nancy Pelosi's been on every TV show, and she can't cite one section of the United States Code where it's illegal. My question is, why is Joe Biden above the law? Why is his son above the law? Where is Hunter Biden today? Where's the meat? Don't they want to know? Don't they want to know if the leading contender for the Democrat nomination is a crook? And if his son is a crook? Let me tell you about our president. We've had a special counsel with 2,800 subpoenas and 500 search warrants and 500 witnesses, and Ed, 13 requests to foreign governments for evidence by Mueller. We've had 4 Democrat senators. 3 wrote a letter to Ukraine and said, you damn well better help Mueller investigate Trump. 1 pressured them the other week and said, you better not investigate Biden. We know that. What do we know about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden? Zero.
So you're okay with a president asking another president to dig up dirt on a candidate? You're okay with that?
He's a former vice president.
Dirt on a candidate? What dirt are you talking about?
The president of the United States. I'm not saying this was illegal, but I'm asking you. Are you okay with a president asking his counterpart? This is a simple yes or no to dig up dirt on former Vice President Joe Biden and his son. Are you okay with that?
First of all, your question is not honest. So I don't give yes or no answers.
That's a quote from the transcript,
Let me finish, Ed. You have all morning. I have 2 minutes. It's not an honest question. Show me in the transcript where the president said that.
Well, I don't have it in front of me, but there's a whole paragraph where he asked about Joe Biden.
Hold on. I'm really trying to talk to the American people. He asked about
Joe Biden, and the president said...
So what he asked about Joe Biden? Isn't he allowed to ask about Joe Biden?
The president said a lot of people are wondering about the former vice president and his son's business deal. That's all I'm saying. There's no hidden question there.
It's actually not the way he put it either. What you ought to do, Ed, what you ought to do is, rather than restating it, put a graphic up and read it. That said,
okay, we'll do it.
What's the problem, Ed? What's the problem with it?
I didn't say there was a problem. I said
neither did
Democrats
I. So the answer to your question is no.
Okay. Okay.
What do you mean, why is it okay? There's a lot of things. The question isn't proven negative. The question is, it's not illegal. It's not immoral. It's not unethical. And if you guys in the media would do your damn job and ask Joe Biden and Hunter Biden what the hell's going on, maybe the president wouldn't have to raise the issue. Why is the president having to raise the issue? And by the way, he didn't raise it the way you said it. He said this has been raised. It was raised in the New York Times. It's been raised by Peter Schweizer and so forth, and nobody wants to look into it.
Well, Mark,
instead now,
Don't they have to raise
Go
the
ahead.
issue precisely because of the book you wrote that's over your left shoulder, Unfreedom of the Press? I mean, the press is entirely uninterested in the other side and instead bringing everything they can on speculation. We don't know anything.
Pete, let me tell you what the press has done. They lied about a quid pro quo. They lied about the president raising this 8 times. They've lied about the president asking for a favor, trying to tie it to Joe Biden when he was talking about the 2016 election. The American people detest the media, not because they oppose freedom of the press, because they love freedom of the press. The media have taken sides here. And what I'm saying is this is an utterly corrupt, political, partisan process. And it's about time we had some real reporters who would try to get to the bottom of this.
Mark, I want to ask, Mark, if there is I don't see any impeachable offense here. If Democrats are unable to cite specificity when it comes to an impeachable offense, are they able to proceed with the impeachment process? And how will that be received by the public?
First of all, nothing stops them. And what they're planning on doing, let me tell you, they have issued hundreds of subpoenas. The media doesn't count them. About his family, about his businesses, about his bank accounts. They took the Mueller report and they turned it on its head and said, look at all these examples of obstruction. And it goes on and on. What they're going to do is overwhelm the American people with what is a document for the media, because they know reporters are going to do whatever they want them to do. The reporters aren't serious. There's going to be a huge backlash in this country, one way or another. You can't disenfranchise 63 million people who are onto this, who have alternative forms of information. Real cover-up here. Gee, we have the letter and we have the transcript. And all I get are reporters trying to tell me what the transcript says, as opposed to what I read with my own eyes, and telling me it's the offense of the century that the President of the United States dares to mention something that's in the American newspapers to the Ukrainian president. He doesn't say, get Biden. He doesn't say, I'm digging up dirt on Biden. He doesn't say, do me a favor and get Biden. He says, why don't you talk to my attorney general, look into this? People have questions. Wow. And all the sleazy activity that's going on behind the scenes. I want to know if Adam Schiff and his staff have been working with this phony whistleblower. I want to know who the lawyers are who helped him write that complaint, as I was the first to point out before. I want to know the whole activity that's taking place in the shadows of this government to try and bring down a president of the United States. Things being done to this president that have never been done to prior presidents. Where did they keep the transcript of the phone call? Gives a damn. President has the power to issue an executive privilege order. Doesn't matter if he kept it in his pillow. He can still protect that, but he didn't. He gave it up.
Mark, I got your quote, so let me read it to you and let you respond. We got a minute. The president, you wanted the quote. He said on the call, there's a lot of talk about Biden's son, that Biden stopped the prosecution, and a lot of people want to find out about that. So whatever you can do with the attorney general could be great. Biden went around bragging that he stopped the prosecution. So if you can look into it, it sounds horrible to me. So there's the quote.
Perfect.
I'll let you react.
It sounds great.
I don't have a problem with that. What's the problem with that?
I didn't
understand.
say there was a problem. I'm asking you.
Hold on, Ed. There was a video of Biden. Biden impugns himself. There's a video of Biden. The New York Times dropped its investigation of this. They're busy chasing, racism in America, I guess. But they dropped their investigation of this.
Yes.
What should have happened is all reporters, they're pretty much a gaggle. Groupthink should have said, wow, look what Biden said. You want to connect dots.
Let's connect dots. Mark, we've got more dots to connect, but we've got 10 seconds. Mark, thank you so much for your time,
God
for
bless
laying
you.
this
Thanks,
out
Mark.
for us.
Thanks,
God
Mark.
bless you. Have a great Sunday.
Take care.
Thank you. All right, more Fox and Friends on the other side.